What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another early afternoon in the Brew Lab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And this afternoon in the Brew Lab, coming at you with a freaking sweet deck. I'm sitting on 8 and 2 with this one, so the pedigree, you know, the stats are in. I feel unstoppable, and yeah, I mean, that's enough advertising. I think it's time, without further ado, jump into this afternoon's brew, simply called GolgaRoboroid. I was gonna call it like Badgerroid or something, Badgeroids, but yeah, finally, like I've been trying to do this like Golgari style of a deck quite a bit now, but the Badgermole here, I mean, this is clearly the most broken card in the set. Like top 3, easy. Maybe like down the line we're going to be looking at this for bannings and stuff, because like some of the board states that I've seen today because of this card, like people have like 2 lands in play and there's like 100 creatures, like freaking everything's an 8/8, copies of Ouroboros, like stuff goes banana town. But I don't want to just like do what everyone else is doing, you know what I mean? Like it's just not my thing. So if I'm going to be doing some sort of like Badgermole-esque brew, I probably won't be going into the whole Simic thing. It's the most played deck right now, in my opinion. It's the one I come across the most often. So I think I actually have a bit of a good matchup against them by splashing black, because then I get removal and interaction. The Deep Cavern Bat plus Ouroboros is just such a sweet freaking interaction. And then they've got so many of these copies of things that like Maelstrom Pulse is often like a sweeper. So freaking nice. We're drawing the odd card with Terra Symbiosis, but I do also want to draw your attention to another new card, Mai, the Scoreful Striker. There's 3 copies because she's legendary, but I tend to like to play this out, let's say if I don't have the Badgermole, or if I do, but they're playing like black or red, sort of like zap it straight away with a removal spell. Maybe we get Mai down first, because it's still sufficiently new and scary that the opponent goes, oh, gotta get rid of that, and they waste their, you know, their 1 lightning strike that they were holding up or whatever on this. And it's a 2-for-1 in the sense that they're, you know, they have to use a spell, and then they also take 2 life. And now they're down some removal for when I do deploy the Badgermole the next turn. And often that's better in those hands where you don't start off with Llanowar Elves, because then you can't go, you know, Llanowar Elves 1, then turn 2, tap Llanowar Elves, play Badgermole Cub, and actually get your Earthbent land untapped in place so that you can tap it again for 2 mana. And like any sort of like dual color deck that gets to do that is so freaking nice, because, you know, you choose one of your dual lands, and then now it can produce black and an additional green. Like having a Blooming Marsh being able to tap for both is just like, oh, okay, let me just cast a Deep Cavern Bat by tapping a land. So freaking cool. And then, you know, we just do stupid Ouroboros stuff at the end of the game to close things out. The mana base is great, good enough, and I've been a huge fan of earthbending these restless lands, because then you can just swing with them. Of course, there'll be just Earthbend 1, you know, when you first do it. But then, and you would still need to have to pay 4 to make it a 4/4. But then, if it sits on the board, a couple of Ouroboros triggers, it gets to that big anyway. And then you just get to attack with your land and do whatever your restless lands do, without having to actually activate them, which is friggin' nice. That's a deck. 8 and 2 with this one. Trying out Heartless Act as our removal alongside Tragic Trajectory. Just jump into some games, see how the deck holds up on the Mythic ladder. As I said, bit of a tear with this one. Was like floundering around in the lower 80s, testing all sorts of nonsense, tanking my rank purposefully to see what works in the meta, in the ranked queue, because, you know, you can get some feel for a deck in unranked, but it's not a very... Ooh, bro, game 1 against Sonio. Sick. Honestly, he's the guy I bump into the most when it comes to like meeting other streamers randomly on the interwebs. Badger, 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 badger. Totally fine with that. I think we go for a deep cabin bat here. Thank you very much. Mono black control, huh? Of course, what else would Sony be playing? A fourth land off the top. Would have been nice. Surak, so if he interacts with us, we get to draw something at least. Aw, did someone miss a land drop? Okay, so unless he has a sweeper... Of course he does. Now you can make a blocker on the Badgermole, and then he still takes 7. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Oh wait, no, this thing can't block or be blocked. Okay.
Why?
9 and 2. GolgaRoboroid, GolgaRoboroid. So what's Sonyo trying though? I always like to look at what this guy does, because he's the control. Like his whole channel is about control, and it's not like CGB-esque control with Azorius mostly. He likes to play all the colors in a control fashion. So I'm always interested to see what he busts out. Like he's trying some kind of big black Ugin-esque. This guy I've been looking at. Don't know what I think about this. Destroy all creatures, nice. 6 mana for a sweeper is a bit expensive, but then there's, you know, choose a card name, search your opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name, and exile them. And player shuffles. I guess with some of the like black ramp, the one from the Spider-Verse with the you know, the little 2-drop that taps for a black mana. Is that from Spider-Man? Yes. And then, you know, eventually you get this guy. No haste. He just sits there. 5/5 with menace. 5 ending 3. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Pretty nice actually, but I don't know. It just seems a bit slow. The format's not. You need to, like, if you're trying to play control right now, you need like guaranteed like turn 3 some kind of a friggin'. You either like remove, sweep, or you need to like remove, ramp, sweep on 3 or something. Otherwise, good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gotten somehow even faster, although red is not the fastest deck, which is cool. Some very, very broken things happening though. Like the Simic deck, when someone plays it well, oh, it's scary. Okay, this is a bit of a risky keep. If he kills our elf, we're friggin' screwed. Okay, I mean, we didn't find a land, but okay. Now we've got 4 mana. Hungry diabetic. What? So let's go like this. Maybe I should have played out Surak. Ooh. Okay. We draw Roboroid, it's GG. Like, this is a tad slow, my friend. That'll do. I wonder if there's sweepers here, though. This guy could be trying to do some sweeper nonsense. Not even close. Okay, life gain in some weird sense. Let's just immediately remove this so the guy can realize that his game is over and get out of my face. Sorry, bud. I mean, there could still be sweepers here. Like, honestly, I don't know. I really have no idea what the hell. I think it's trying to do that, like, weird middle guy. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Yeah, it's definitely that mill guy. The mill guy with the life gain. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of the card, but fine. A win's a win. I'll take it. It was a card from Final Fantasy. Raise the past, bring everybody back. Triggers, 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 mill my whole deck. I love alternative mill conditions. Like, I've got one lined up for those of you with sharp eyeballs. There in the deck menu. And it's mono black, believe it or not. Sure. Bit slower, no ramp, but these are great cards. So maybe we draw some a 2-drop now. Yeah. Perfect 2-drop. Yes! Guys, this is going to have to be a short brew because it's a work day and I have to go back to work, unfortunately. However, I can do these type of videos when I've already done the footwork in the background. So, jumping back into the deck with some final thoughts, overall a review, and of course, your favorite, some statistics. So let me just get those up there on the screen first. Bam. Chaka-chaka. Has the latest match. Yep. I mean, do what you will with that information, but I'm just absolutely hammering people. My one loss was, I think I like scooped here or something. Oh, no. This was, yeah, he played very nice deck, kind of Orzhov Pixie-esque type thing, and I just did a really silly misplay and scooped out of frustration. Looks like the only 2 people that beat me was Orzhov in the last 11 matches, or 13 matches. So, yeah, definitely, like, looking good. And I do want to just also continue a quick point since I'm making a slightly shorter video. First of all, visible copy. You can go look up my Untapped profile in the video description down below. But for sure, with Badgermole, GolgaRoboroid, the Deep Cavern Bat, like those bits, I would consider putting into a more mid-rangey, let's get the Annex in there, let's get some Demons in there, let's get some Mosswood Dread Knights in there, and, you know, revive the old Golgari mid-range of a few formats back. I think we're in a good place for some Golgari mid-range, honestly. So, yeah, no, stay tuned. But that is going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be seeing you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the Brew Lab, signing out. Peace, y'all.